Wendy Williams is currently trapped in a conservatorship. If you don't know what a conservatorship is, it's when someone is in charge of making decisions on your behalf, but usually because the conservatee is not able to make decisions for themselves. Wendy can make her own decisions. She is not cognitively impaired. She is not incapacitated. She is being taken advantage of.
Right.
This is what is called emotional abuse. You know what I'm saying? My life is like up.
Welcome to Unsolicited, where I make videos about things that nobody asked me to. Former daytime talk show host Wendy Williams recently broke her silence about her shady conservatorship on The Breakfast Club. Wendy is in a luxury prison, as her niece describes. Wendy is confined to one room, denied visitors, has no access to the outside world, and has no free will. Every move must be dictated by this conservator, and Wendy wants out. Wendy Williams was a radio host turned daytime TV talk show host. She hosted the Wendy Williams Show on Fox from 2003 to 2021. She has always been known for her outspokenness. She has never been afraid to say what's on her mind, calls out celebrities with no remorse, is a little controversial, but overall hilarious.
She's got a point. She's an icon. She's a legend, and she is the moment. Now, come on now. She passed away? Oh. All right. That's what she said. And you know what? What was that? Okay. What do you think about Dula Peep? Fantastic. Yup. Clap if you care. All right, let's move on. Perfect. A shout out to everybody with social anxiety. I kind of feel sorry for you. Oh, yeah. It's okay. Dare you, Mr. Spears. You had me fooled. And you too, Mrs. Spears. Death to all of them.
Around 2017-2018, Wendy began to have increasing struggles surrounding her personal life. In 2017, it's revealed that Wendy's husband, Kevin Hunter, was having a 10-year-long affair with a woman named Sharina Hudson. This man had a whole double life. He even had a home with his mistress just 9 miles from Wendy's house. And they roll around town just like a regular couple, and the side chick even has a ring. The whole thing's insane. Shortly after this discovery, Wendy passes out on national television.
Let's get started. Our first caress.
In 2018, Wendy started taking time off from her show here and there to deal with health issues. She was dealing with complications from her chronic Graves' disease, which is hyperthyroidism.
My thyroid, my hyperthyroid, is attached also to Graves' disease. Graves' disease squeezes the muscles behind your eyeballs. And so that's the reason for...
At this point in time, Wendy was proclaiming that Kevin was her man and she was going to stick beside him.
I want to shout out to my husband. I'm still wearing my ring. He's my best friend, he's my lover, he's all this and he's all that. I know what you've been seeing.
However, 2019 rolls around and Kevin and the side chick are expecting a baby girl. This was the last straw for Wendy, and she filed for divorce, ending their 22-year-long marriage. Also in 2019, Wendy spent some time in a sober living house to get treatment for her past struggles with being a snow addict.
Some time now, and even today and beyond, I have been living in a sober house. When you see me come to work, glammed up, right after the show, and you know I've had a struggle with pain in my past, and I never went to a place to get the treatment. I don't know how, except God was sitting on my shoulder and I just stopped. But there are people in your family, it might be you, who've been struggling, and I wanted to know more of the story. So this is my autobiographical story, and I'm living it, and I'm telling you this.
Also revealed around this time that she had vertigo and was struggling with lymphedema.
Okay, you don't know lymphedema? All right, I'll show you.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Sure.
Okay, lymphedema is this. Do you see this right here? Look.
Okay.
No, look closely.
In May of 2020, Wendy takes another hiatus from her show to deal with health issues.
Now, would you ever have a replacement host for the show?
How dare you?
Who are you? No, wait, no!
In 2021, Wendy releases a biopic on Lifetime that details her life and experiences in the industry, including her struggles with substance abuse. Later in 2021, the premiere of the 13th season of The Wendy Williams Show is delayed due to Wendy's ongoing health issues. During this time, Wendy's show is being hosted by guest hosts to fill her spot, but unfortunately, Wendy never returns to her show, and it gets canceled and replaced by Sherri Shepherd. In May of 2022, Wells Fargo filed for guardianship of Wendy, claiming she was incapacitated and a victim of undue influence and financial exploitation. They did this because Wendy had requested to move her money to a different bank. It's reported that it was about $7 million that Wendy was trying to move, and so she needed her bank statements from Wells Fargo to be able to make the transfer. However, instead of providing her with her documents, they put a freeze on her account and made a petition to the court saying Wendy was in need of financial guardianship. In response to Wells Fargo's claims, Wendy's lawyer, LaShawn Thomas, said Wendy wants the world to know that she strenuously denies all allegations about her mental health and well-being. During this hiatus from the show, Wendy has employed holistic health professionals to help her reach optimal health during her treatment of Graves' disease and thyroid concerns. Wells Fargo requested a Supreme Court hearing to determine if Wendy was in need of a guardianship due to her health concerns. Wendy, of course, disputed these claims, but the court ended up appointing Sabrina Morrissey to be a temporary financial guardian. So originally the petition was made for a financial guardianship, but clearly it turned into something else because now this lady controls Wendy's entire life. I mean, just look at her. Her face even gives evil, like it's giving Wicked Witch of the West.
I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog too.
In 2023, Wendy's representatives revealed that Wendy has aphasia and frontotemporal dementia and was being treated in a cognitive facility. Then in February of 2024, a documentary called Where's Wendy Williams premieres on Lifetime. Even though The Guardian tried to sue and prevent the release of the documentary, saying that it exploited Wendy. Funny how she wants to talk about exploiting people when she is the ultimate exploiter, but we'll get to that.
Sabrina Morrissey is her name, and right now A&E Network and Lifetime were sued by Sabrina. She claims they exploited you in a vulnerable state. They exploited your condition, and I'm putting condition in air quotes. Mm-hmm. You signed to do that documentary without your consent, but A&E and Lifetime countersued and said that Sabrina realized the documentary would question the quality of her own guardianship. It actually says in the lawsuit, it appears that Morrissey is misusing her position as a guardian of Williams to silence criticism of her controversial and failed administration of the guardianship. They even used the words guardianship abuse.
Despite Sabrina's efforts to stop it, the documentary still aired on Lifetime. The documentary revealed a lot. It's kind of uncomfortable to watch because we see Wendy in a very different light than what we're used to. In the documentary, we see Wendy be incoherent with emotions all over the place.
I am so bored that I can't wait to get to California. I wish you would get liposuction. Okay. I said, give the...
This isn't, okay.
Look.
That's it. Okay.
Sean.
Yes.
Give the back.
All right.
And let's go.
Okay.
In the documentary, we also see Wendy's family sharing their distress about Wendy being taken from their care in Florida and being placed under a guardianship in New York. Wendy's niece, Alex, is featured in the documentary, and you can see that she's very unsettled by the way her aunt is living.
There have been random people around you getting money, getting paid, whatever the case may be.
Stealing money from me.
I'm just trying to figure out.
Now in 2025, Wendy and her niece Alex are speaking out on The Breakfast Club about the emotional abuse that Wendy is facing under her conservator, Sabrina Morrissey. Wendy talks about what her day-to-day life is like being confined to one room.
Look, I have breakfast, lunch, and dinner right here on the bed. All right? I watch TV, I listen to radio, I look at the window, I talk on the phone.
Wendy isn't even able to leave her room or go to the elevator unless the doors are unlocked for her. She feels like she's living in a prison. She's not allowed to leave. She can't have family or anyone visit without permission from the Guardian. She spent the past 3 birthdays alone.
Yeah, no, for the last 3 years, I've spent my birthday by myself. You know what I'm saying? Which, you know what I'm saying? That's fine. That's fine just because it's fine. Like, I would rather spend by myself than open the door and spend my birthday with these people on this floor. This is what is called emotional abuse. You know what I'm saying?
Wendy is disconnected from the world, not allowed to have full access to her devices. She has a phone where she can call people, but her family can't call her.
She can't let me have my phone. You know what I'm saying? Like I can call you, but you can't call me. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
I don't even know what kind of phone this is that I have. All I'm saying is that when I call you, you listen. If you don't call me back, you can't call me back. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I can't sit on the phone, and look at things, you know what I'm saying, and scroll through things. I can't do that. I do not have a laptop. You understand? I don't have an iPad. My life is my goddamn life.
The only people she interacts with daily are the people working where she's living, and she doesn't want to talk to them. She says there's people coming in and out of her room, giving her pills, and she doesn't even know what they are. This conservator lady has control of Wendy's whereabouts, her money, has kept her phone for the past 3 years, and even got rid of her cats.
I had no idea that they actually took my cats, you know what I'm saying? I wanted my cats with me, you understand what I'm saying? So my cats are gone, everybody, and I did not know that until I talked to my guardian person, and she told me that the cats, I said, you mean they are gone, chit-chat in my way, my twin cats, they're gone.
Wendy says the system is broken and things have been falsified. She says she's not cognitively impaired, and that the Guardian is the one putting out these rumors that Wendy's incapacitated.
Because it truly is a story that's unbelievable. The bottom line is my aunt hasn't had, we talked about this yesterday, she hasn't had, from what I understand, a medical evaluation to see if her rights can be restored. And it seems as though that instead of this guardian, Sabrina, working with her, it seems as though she's made it difficult every which way for my aunt to be able to live any sort of healthy, independent life. Wow. And, it's almost as if she doesn't want my aunt to show that she's healthy and independent. Because as we know about these guardianships, and as my aunt has said, the system's broken. Because the longer she's under this guardianship, the longer they have the keys to her life, for her personal, her financial, her emotional, everything.
Wendy wants to be released from this conservatorship and be able to be in Miami with her son and the rest of her family. Her father is turning 94 soon, and she really wants to be with him for his birthday, but she cannot travel unless she gets permission from the Guardian.
I'm exhausted thinking about, what if I can't see my dad for his birthday? At 94, the day after that is not promised. It's not promised. I might not be.
Yeah.
My life is like up.
And the Guardian uses things like this, like her father's birthday that she really wants to go to punish Wendy. Wendy's worried that the Guardian will retaliate after learning about her speaking up on the Breakfast Club and not let her go see her dad.
We talked about that. My aunt, even with her wanting to come on, we talked about all scenarios. I said, do this. You ready for what's on the other side? And as she said, I have to do this. There's nothing else I could do at this point. She's prepared for the fact that her phone might be taken away.
What if they take my phone? I won't be able to talk to anybody.
Yeah. And, you all, what you're hearing now, this is a few-minute clip of what we've been dealing with for the last several months and the last 2-3 years.
Right now, Wendy and her family are fighting and doing everything they can to remove this conservatorship from Wendy, or at least have one of her family members be her guardian.
Well, we've talked about this, and that is, there's the hashtag Free Wendy. There's also a change.org petition as well. And also just making as much noise as possible, potentially, GoFundMe, whatever we have to do to make sure that my aunt is in a place where she is living her life in dignity. My aunt sounds great. Yes. I've seen her in a very limited capacity, but I've seen her. We're talking to her. This does not match an incapacitated person.
Not at all.
And she, that's why we say she's in a luxury prison.
Yes.
Because she is being held and she is being punished, you know what I mean, for whatever reason that other people are coming up with as to why it is she has to be kept in this position.
Although Wendy is not 100%, hearing her speak out on the Breakfast Club, you can see that she is very aware of what's going on around her, and she's not incapacitated like they say. And don't get it twisted, Wendy is still very much here for the tea. She even had something to say about Diddy during her interview.
And as far as Diddy will go to prison for life, people. You don't know things that I knew about Diddy back in the day, and you want to know what? It's about time, people. It is about time. Diddy done.
In response to the Breakfast Club interview, Wendy's lawyer puts out a statement saying, "Don't let the Breakfast Club interview fool you. Wendy has good and bad days, but she's still suffering from dementia." And that may be true, but that does not explain why she's being confined to her room like she's a prisoner, can't have visitors, can't go see her family. It doesn't make any sense. It's so sad to see Wendy in this situation. I don't understand why this Sabrina lady is treating her like this, and it's crazy that this lady is potentially out there spending Wendy's money. Meanwhile, Wendy can't even leave her room, can't even buy a hairbrush, can't even go see her dad. Does she have a vendetta against Wendy? Is she on a power trip? I don't know what her deal is, but this whole situation just breaks my heart, and I hope there can be a resolution in Wendy's favor soon. But until then, free Wendy till it's backwards. That's it, you guys. That's the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. All things that YouTubers be telling people to do, and I'll see you next time. Bye!